Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're back with more RWBY. So last episode, we finally met back up with the gang, with Jean, Ren, and Nora. And we've also met Saffron, Jean's sister, and her wife, Tara Kata. I think it's Tara, and then last name Kata, I think. And what else? We found out. Oh yeah, we saw young Calavera. You know, when she had her silver eyes and her Grim Reaper mask, which was really cool. Her sides were awesome. Her weapons were really cool. And then the Faunus, was there more than one? I think it was just, I don't remember. But the Faunus snake lizard. I don't think it was a snake. The Faunus lady cut her eyes. So yeah, that's why she doesn't have her silver eyes anymore. There's something going on at the communication relay. I think the relay tower. I don't know if that's gonna have anything huge later. If something's taking it down, or I don't know. But Tara's being blamed for it, like majority wise. She's taking like the most of the blame for some reason. And excuse me, we're trying to get contact with the military, and it's not working out. So we're obviously gonna deal with that. We're gonna deal with why. I mean, I'm pretty sure it had to do with Weiss's dad cutting off Atlas from pretty much everywhere else. But yeah, so that's it. We're gonna go and jump into the episode.
Come on! You didn't even hear us out!
Our orders are clear. The Mistral Atlas border is closed. Please, have a good day.
But...
A good day!
Hey, if you don't want to believe that I'm friends with Ironwood...
General Ironwood!
Yeah, General Ironwood, then fine. But look, we have Weiss Schnee with us, and we're trying to get her home safely.
I like these guys, though. Even if they're...
Approach!
Kinda... Hello?
Very well. You may speak with our commanding officer. We will fetch her at once.
Oh, is it winter?
They were kind of...
super weird?
Great.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Well, I may know this commanding officer. That's good, isn't
Uh-oh.
it? If she's your friend, then maybe she'd be more willing
Not
to help
winter?
us. I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
Acquaintances?
Not quite.
Colleagues?
Former.
Enemies?
That's the one.
Wait, what?
Oh, yes, I come through here about once every 10 years to get my eyes checked up in Atlas. You bring outside cashews on one flight, and suddenly you're placed on the additional screening list for life.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Now, let's not give up hope yet.
What?
Maybe she's dead.
Okay.
Introducing Special Operative Caroline Cordovan!
Look down.
Witch.
She-devil.
I see you've chosen larger contraband to smuggle this time.
Oh, Cordo. You know, they say time changes people, but I see you've still got that stick right out.
Hello, Miss Cordovan. My name is Ruby Rose, and I was wondering if you would hear us out about...
I've already heard what your other little friends had to say, Miss Rose. What are you doing back here? I thought I told you to leave!
And I told you we wouldn't rest until you let us through!
Nice to see you again as well.
You civilians are clearly
Nora?
incapable of comprehending the importance of our mission here in Argus. So allow me to say this slowly with smaller words. This base, that relay tower, the very safety of Argus are all gifts from the glorious kingdom of Atlas. And it is my duty to uphold them, as only I have the wit and tenacity for such a task.
Such wit! Such tenacity!
I love their hats.
Or maybe Atlas just wanted to get you as far from the kingdom as possible.
You're just like the rest of these Argus ingrates. This city wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our Elysian ancestors. And what do we get in return? The entire world is ready to put a knife to our throats.
Please, we know your kingdom had nothing to do with the fall of Beacon.
Your animation
We
seems
were
different.
there.
No one's happy about the Atlas borders or embargo, but I know General Ironwood is just worried. It's why we need to talk to
The General is no coward. Atlas is strong. If all the kingdoms plan to make us their enemy, then so be it. Atlas will prevail.
Atlas will prevail!
Do you guys seriously have to do that?
If Miss Schnee has truly come to her senses and wishes to return to her family, then of course the Atlas military will escort her home. But the kingdom will not be responsible for her friends of questionable character.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means we're done here.
Oh yeah? Well, your base looks like a big dumb boot.
Way to show her, Nora.
I don't...
Weiss, I told you we wouldn't leave your side for a second. We'll find a way to Atlas. Together. So, where are we going now?
Yeah, what's the plan?
Pub.
The plan? The plan
Uh-oh.
just got shut on our face 3 times over. I'm going for a drink.
Yeah.
Uncle Crow, I really think we should try and come up with something together.
What's his problem? It's not your fault we can't go on.
If he's gonna be a jerk, then we'll just come up with something without him. I mean, we've got Ozpin with us. He usually knows what to do.
Oh, really not making this easy.
What is it?
John!
Everything we did was for nothing!
That's not true.
Really? Because it sure does sound like it.
If Salem can't be killed, then how are we supposed to win this?
Uh-oh.
Wow. Great plan, everyone. Look, none of this is great, we know. But we're not the bad guys here. Are we sure about that?
I didn't ask for this.
He's in your head, isn't he? Did you already know about this?
He didn't know any of it!
How much
There it
longer
is.
can we even trust him?
John!
How do we even know it's really him? What if we've been talking to that liar this whole time?
John!
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know!
Probably mad about Pyrrha too.
I think it would be best if we had some time to ourselves.
Maybe we could all use some space.
Come on, please. Where are you?
You know, I came out here to avoid the yelling.
Sorry. The others went to get food for tonight.
Why not go with them?
I don't know. I don't know anything. What do I tell Jean and his team when we don't even have a plan? The Crow's out drinking, Osmond hasn't come back, and even if he did, I don't know if I could trust him. And there's always Jin, but we only have one more question we can ask her. I feel like I'm letting everyone down.
You know, you don't give yourself enough credit.
Oh, thanks.
That wasn't a compliment.
What?
If I have to explain it to you, it'll just defeat the purpose. But if you're tired of not knowing anything, how about we discuss those eyes of yours?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I would be honored.
Sit back down, for Pete's sake.
Okay.
Let's start with what you do know. Tell me.
Silver-eyed
They freeze
people
'em.
are supposed to be legendary warriors. Or something. And at the Fall of Beacon, I turned a giant wyvern into stone.
Oh boy.
Look, if I already knew everything, I wouldn't be asking for help.
Yelling. It's not your fault. I had my father to teach me. And even he didn't have all the answers. But what he told me makes sense, given what I've seen.
Was he a huntsman too?
It wasn't really an official title back in his day. I only knew him as an old soldier and an excellent teacher. I never attended one of those fancy academies of yours, but I scored higher on the license exam than any other huntsman or huntress that day.
Huh. You must have been proud.
He would have scolded me for showing off. He'd never been able to find much information about our abilities. Just legends of warriors whose eyes shone like mirrors, reflecting the light of the world onto darkness. He found so little, in fact, that it made him cautious. How could such powerful bloodlines be so rare? Unless something was actively seeking to destroy them.
Salem.
I tried to keep my powers a secret, but as you know, it wasn't enough. I owe my life to my training and my semblance. At the end of the day, those are still your most powerful tools.
What is your semblance?
Reflexes. A silly name I came up with. Hard to explain, but I can sense everything better than most and react to attacks almost before they happen.
Huh.
Combine that with my training and secret ability to turn Grim to stone, or blind them, or vaporize them. And that's how you become the Grim Reaper.
So, how do I laser beam monsters with my eyeballs?
First, you stop thinking like that.
Okay,
I want
fair
you
enough.
to think of all the times you've triggered your powers. What did those moments have in common?
I was scared and stressed. Is it emotional? Like unlocking a semblance?
It's emotional, but more focused than that. Think. What is it you wanted?
I wanted to protect my friends.
Precisely. It is the desire to preserve life which fuels the light inside you. And make no mistake, it is light. Preservation is an extension of creation, or at the very least, an enemy of destruction. The creatures of Grimm were made by the god of darkness, but your light comes from his brother.
How do you know that?
I always knew how to use the light, but never why it only worked on the Grimm. Then Jin showed us her vision. Were you paying attention?
Oh, crap. Huh.
The god of light. His eyes. Okay, where do we start?
Well, not here. The light will only work in the presence of Grimm, meaning the only practice you'll get will be a trial by fire. But what you can do is focus on creating a state of mind that you can tap into when you need it.
Like lightning bending.
Think about your life
Or
as
not
a
bending,
means of
but-
destroying evil, but as a way to protect the people of Remnant.
Redirect. There you go.
That can't be right. You said the light only reacts to Grimm, but I used it during our battle at Haven. It reacted to Cinder.
Well,
Interesting. Perhaps there was something that you just weren't seeing?
Ruby!
Oh, hey!
the Grim Arm? They said something about...
What's going on?
It's Oscar. He's missing.
Don't end. Don't end. Don't end. What'd I say? Well, that went about as well as I thought. I was gonna say as we thought, but again, you guys have already seen this. The rest of the team now knows about everything about Oz and his lack of plan, how Salem can't die, or they can't kill her, but she wants the Silver Eyes killed. She wants anybody with silver eyes. Well, she doesn't want Ruby killed for some reason. I don't know why. That's what Cinder said. Cinder said Salem, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I remember her saying something about not killing, like it was last book or book 4, volume, whatever. Volume 4, something like that. I don't remember which one, but I remember Salem mentioning before she doesn't want Ruby killed. I don't know why. Because last episode, the Faunus lady, she said something about her boss wanting her dead, Calavera dead because of her silver eyes. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Salem. But if that's the case, why did she want her dead and not Ruby? Is that something completely different? And with the whole silver eyes, like she said, what Calavera said, Ruby's right. What was weird is when we know that the maidens are some reason affected, like they're weak against silver eyes. That's what Salem said. We don't know why. I'm trying to think if there's a connection that I'm missing, because I know they have something to do. It was because they're kind of Salem's kids or something. Is Salem supposed to be kind of like part Grimm because of what that stuff she fell in? I know she became basically Grimm, like Grimm and wanting destruction and all that stuff. But like, I'm trying to I don't know why it affects the maidens the way it does. Because Calavera says that it only works. It only reacts when there's Grimm around. As we've noticed, as we've seen it, and as we've been told, it affects maidens too. Because that's why Cinder's eyes messed up, and she now has a Grimm arm, which is freaky. So I don't really know. I mean, for a second I forgot that the maiden thing was a that it affected maidens as well. And I thought the only reason it reacted whenever she was around Cinder is because of the Grim Arm, but it's not the case. It's because she's a maiden now. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. Like, am I missing something? If it's not something that hasn't been explained yet, if it's something that's at the point I'm at, episode 8, if it's something that I've missed up until now, please let me know, because I feel really stupid forgetting. But if it's not explained yet, and if you don't know yet, then that's whatever. Nothing can be done. But like, if it's been explained in the future episodes, obviously don't say anything. But yeah, I'm wondering. I don't think I missed anything, but it's been a while since I've seen the past volumes, so I don't know. And yeah, with Jean, I was kind of thinking that was going to be the point where that was going to be the reason why he pins Oscar against the walls, because whenever he finds out about Oz, he does kind of get pissed with the only thing he can direct his anger to is Oscar, because the closest thing to Oz he can be angry at. But he was heated up, he was angry, he wasn't thinking straight, and he felt bad about the way he treated Oscar, as evident at the end whenever. Who was it? I think it was Blake saying that Oscar's gone, that he's missing. Jean looked worried as well. And I mean, that might not be just the fact that he feels bad, but I mean, I'm assuming he feels bad. It looked like it whenever he let him go. I'm thinking one of the reasons he's especially upset with Oscar, or with Oz, is because he knows that he talks to Pierre about getting the maiden powers, becoming the next maiden. I mean, and obviously he's gonna be upset about that because he feels like that's kind of what that is what led to Pierre's death. So that's gonna be very sensitive for him. I'm assuming that's why he's so why he's more affected, it seems, than the rest. I mean, other than Crow, because Crow was loyal to Oz up until now, because of finding out that there is no plan, that he doesn't really have a way to defeat Salem. So he's been following him for years and has been loyal and dedicated. So that's gonna, obviously that's why Crow's pissed. Jean is because someone he cared for a lot, someone he had feelings for, was killed. A good friend of his. So I mean, yeah, I know it's everybody else's friend too, but I think Jean was there. I think it's because, one, he had feelings for her, and two, he was there when she was getting when she was trying to get the maiden powers, and I mean, because I know Nora and Ren were friends with her too. Everybody was friends with her, so. But I think that's always been. I almost feel like it hit him the most. As we saw in book 4, volume 4. I keep on my book, volume 4. Whenever he was training with Pyrrha's video. To the beginning, I love those soldiers. Those soldiers there. They're walking hop 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 or whatever they were doing was hilarious. I love their design is just, it's perfect. I love their hats are based. It's like it's supposed to be their visors or something, or I don't know, but I love that they're looking through the hat somehow, assessing Weiss. And I don't know, it's just I love the personality they gave the characters. It's so funny. It's so much fun. And this Caroline lady, was it Cordonin or Cordovin? I don't know her last name. I know it's Caroline, right? Caroline. I don't know why I said that, Caroline, unless they say it that way. Anyway, but is she, not for Faunus? Is she racist, or is it just she just doesn't like Faunus because the way she looked at Blake, and I think she said especially you, right? Let me just double check. Well, she said friends of questionable character, but when she said questionable character, she looked right at Blake. At least that's what it seemed like. So I don't like her really. But her lackey dudes, the soldiers, they're fun. And obviously her and Calavera don't quite get along. Was it because of whatever she smuggled across, the peanuts or whatever it was, the cashews? What is it she said? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I should have realized that I probably should have realized about the god of light or whatever it's called, the good god. I should have realized he had silver eyes. I didn't realize it. I don't remember. Point of the matter is, I didn't put it together. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. It's a bit of extra, a little bit more information added to the silver eye things and where it came from. It came from is that the god of light? I think that's what he was supposed to be called. Yeah, the way the god of darkness created destruction, and the god of light created life. It's like he gave his power to essentially combat those of the grim. I don't know how. Maybe he probably just bestowed it upon someone in particular. Who though? Where did it start? I don't think it was Oz, but I think that's everything I have in this episode. I hope we can help Crow soon. I don't know how that's gonna go with Crow. I don't know what's gonna happen with this character. I'm really worried. I feel really bad for Oscar and Jean. I feel bad that Jean did what he did, and now he probably feels bad for it. And I feel bad that Oscar, he obviously feels to blame, even though he didn't ask for this. And Jean does kind of have a point. Oscar didn't know, but he has a point to question. Don't you share a mind with him? Didn't you know about this, or shouldn't you have known about this? So it makes sense why he's upset. I get it. I'm not downing him for that. I get why he's upset. They don't know exactly how their connection works, so it's not really a science they don't know how to react to. They don't know. I just hope. I'm pretty sure we'll find Oscar next episode. I don't know what we're gonna do to to get to Atlas, because we're still trying to get to Atlas, but those guys aren't going to let us, so I don't know how that's going to go. So it's probably just going to be a team going to look for Oscar for the time being. But that's it for this week's episode of RWBY, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go and click the button right next to me. And if you want to stick around for next week's episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when our videos come out, go and click the bell icon down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.